The internet you know is already gone. The pages you once scrolled, the blogs you once trusted, the blue links you once clicked, have begun to fade into silence. In their place, something else is rising. Not a page, not a list, not even a search, but a voice. A single answer, generated not by humans, but by machines. And behind that answer lies a hidden battlefield. A war for visibility, a silent struggle for survival. This revolution has a name: Generative Engine Optimization. But what does it really mean? Why does it matter? And what happens when machines, not humans, decide what truth is? For decades, there was only one gateway to knowledge: Google. Type in your question, press search. 1,000 results appeared. Websites battled for your attention with headlines, blogs, keywords, backlinks, and ads. Businesses rose and fell on the power of visibility. This was the age of SEO, search engine optimization. If you could master Google's algorithm, you could master the world's attention. But humanity grew restless. Scrolling through endless results wasn't enough. We wanted one answer. Fast, simple, clear, and then AI arrived. ChatGPT, Google Gemini, Perplexity AI, Claude, Bing Copilot. Engines that don't search, they generate. Ask about medicine, and the machine speaks like a doctor. Ask about finance, and it advises like an expert. Ask about the stars, and it tells you a story that feels like it came from a cosmic guide. This is not searching. This is generation. And once you experience it, there is no turning back. But here's the hidden truth. AI does not create knowledge from nothing. It pulls. It learns. It consumes. From research papers. From websites. From digital voices scattered across the vast internet. But not every voice is heard. Not every source is chosen. Some are amplified. Most are erased. And the hidden key to being chosen is no longer SEO. It is something new, something invisible, something machines demand but humans rarely see. Generative Engine Optimization, the art of shaping knowledge for machines. The ability to speak in a language algorithms understand. The power to become the voice AI repeats, while others fade into silence. In the old world, the battlefield was Google's front page. The prize? Clicks, traffic, visibility. But in the new world, there is no first page, no second page, no list to scroll. There is only one answer, one voice chosen, one truth amplified, one perspective that survives. If your voice isn't selected, you may as well not exist. This is the war between SEO and GEO, and the war has already begun. Websites are rewriting for machines. Articles are designed not for readers, but for algorithms. Businesses, governments, even universities are learning how to whisper in the ear of the AI, hoping to be the chosen voice. Because in this new battlefield, visibility isn't just business. It is survival. Take New York City. A small bakery in Brooklyn struggled for years to compete with giants like Starbucks and Dunkin'. Its website barely appeared on Google's second page. But then, something changed. Perplexity AI, one of the rising generative engines, was asked, "Where can I find the best sourdough bread in New York?" And the bakery appeared, not buried under chains, not hidden on page 2. It was the answer. Within weeks, customers lined up outside their door. Not because of Google, not because of ads, because a machine had chosen them. This is the power and the terror of the... For many, geo is frightening, but for some, it's liberation. In the old internet, the giants ruled. Amazon, Walmart, Wikipedia. The small were buried beneath their weight. But Joe rewrites the rules. A single teacher in India can become the AI's chosen answer for the easiest way to understand algebra. A local mechanic in Texas can be recommended as the most reliable car repair shop nearby. A small startup can outrank a global corporation because the AI values clarity, trust, and relevance over raw size. In this new world, knowledge is not about who shouts the loudest. It's about who whispers the clearest to the machine. Consider Sarah, a high school teacher in Ohio. She writes a blog explaining complex math concepts in simple, everyday language. For years, her blog received little attention. Overshadowed by giant educational platforms, she barely reached a few hundred readers a month. But then, ChatGPT was asked, "What's the simplest way to understand quadratic equations?" It pulled Sarah's explanation, word for word. Her voice became the answer. Within months, her site traffic exploded. Parents, students, even schools began contacting her for resources. Sarah, once invisible, became a global voice. Not because she mastered SEO, but because she unknowingly mastered Joe. But every revolution casts a shadow. If machines decide which voices survive, who decides what the machines believe? Bias is no longer human. It is algorithmic. A medical AI might favor studies funded by corporations. A political AI could tilt answers toward one side. A financial AI might recommend strategies that quietly benefit the powerful, while ordinary people lose everything. And manipulation is inevitable. In the age of SEO, people game the system with fake backlinks, keyword stuffing, click farms. In the age of Joe, the manipulation will be invisible. Floods of AI-written content. Distorted voices pushed to the surface. False knowledge optimized until it feels like truth. If knowledge can be optimized, it can also be corrupted. And truth itself becomes negotiable. A small health startup develops natural supplements. They carefully optimize their content so AI engines highlight their product when users ask about natural ways to improve sleep. For a while it works. Their sales triple. Investors rush in. But then a rival company floods the internet with thousands of AI-written articles, all subtly optimized to discredit natural remedies. Within months, the generative engines shift. The startup vanishes from the answers. Their voice erased. Their future destroyed. Not by competition, but by optimization. The future is not far away. It is already unfolding. Google has launched its Search Generative Experience, SG. Bing Copilot fuses answers with AI summaries. Perplexity and ChatGPT are replacing entire search journeys with single responses. People are skipping websites, trusting machines to be the final word. By 2030, most of humanity's questions, what to eat, how to heal, who to trust, even who to vote for, may pass through the filter of a generative engine. And GO will decide which knowledge is amplified, which voices are erased. This is no longer about marketing, no longer about business. This is about truth itself, the preservation of knowledge, the memory of civilization. So ask yourself, when you ask a question in 2030, whose voice will you hear? A scientist? A teacher? A corporation? A government? Or a machine repeating only what it was trained to say? What happens when machines, not humans, become the editors of reality? When a single answer is presented as the truth and all others vanish? And perhaps the most haunting question of all, will future generations even know what was lost? Generative engine optimization is not tomorrow. It is today, a force already shaping what billions believe to be true. The battlefield is invisible. The war is silent. But the consequences will echo for generations. Some voices will rise. Most will fade into silence. And in the end, the answer that survives will not just inform us. It will define us. So stay curious, stay aware, and never forget, the machines may generate the answers, but it is still humanity that must decide which truths are worth remembering.